At least it's
There you go.
squishy. At least it's not crunchy.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, man. I'm tired.
Same-ish.
All right. Trying to think what was the last thing we talked about
Oh, we
weeks
had
ago.
that whole fucking dead episode.
Yes. Yeah, where only one of us could be heard. Or was it nobody could be heard?
Just me.
Oh,
Or it was
okay.
just you that could be heard. But
Nice.
I
Actually,
have all the green lines moving this time, so.
excellent. I was going to say green lines are moving. We're good. We're good. Didn't you went on a mini rant, didn't you, on the last one?
No, it was the one before that.
Okay. We caught that. That's good.
Oh. How's your top 10 favorite movies list coming?
It's coming. I think it's almost there.
I have narrowed mine down to 25.
Nice.
With several honorable mentions. I started with 40.
That's good.
I started with 40. So.
What was the date we were shooting for that?
I think the end of this month.
Okay. All right. I better get on finishing that soon.
I've been slow. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get myself up to 40.
Yeah, it's a good number.
And then I'm gonna chip away from there. So every time I look at it, I remove 5 from the list.
Right.
And it gets harder every time.
Are we counting like series of movies together?
Yeah.
Like we did with
James? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So like on my list I have like the Matrix trilogy.
Yeah.
Pirates of the original Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy, the first 3 movies, and then like the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Naturally. I mean, it has to be on there. Oh man.
Yeah.
This is quality podcasting.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
We should just do a food episode.
We say that. So we did do a food episode, basically.
But like eating food more.
Oh, just like a mukbang. We could have our first live episode just be a mukbang.
Yeah, there we go. I don't know what those are, but
It's really just talking and eating. You're just surrounded by food and you just eat it and talk.
It's awful. I feel like we do that pretty much almost every episode. And by we, I mean me.
And we're technically doing it right now.
I'll eat my beef sticks.
Mmm.
Delicious.
Put them meaty little wieners in your mouth.
They're so salty. Good stuff. All right, so what's new? What's going on? What's happening?
I decided to kill my D&D campaign in lieu of starting over. Or in favor of starting over.
It was just not going the way you wanted?
I went too big with it.
Oh.
Than I could reasonably keep up with. So I just said, fuck it. We're starting over from scratch.
It happens, you know. Got a little ambitious.
Mm-hmm. So last night I got together with my party and kind of brainstormed, set expectations. I got from them what they wanted out of it. They got from me what I wanted out of it. The way I was setting, planning to run things. Stuff like that.
Nice. That's cool.
So
I'm not going to see that on there's like a D&D subreddit I won't see it like, oh my DM just decided to kill his whole campaign.
They were
Uh,
like, I brought it to him, and I'm like, I got to be straight with you guys. I'm not feeling this campaign anymore. It's just not working for me.
yeah, I mean it happens. I feel like it's better to see that and kill it than it is to keep going with something
Uh
that
huh.
you're just not
Yeah.
into, you know?
And like we've had a friend who's been spectating, or a friend who's been spectating because he wants to see how we do things.
Yeah.
And like he commented on it. He was like, "That's huge that you were just like, yeah, this ain't working for me."
I mean, yeah, I don't, there's probably a lot of DMs out there who are just like, nope, just keep going.
Yeah. No, I had to be straight with my players and be like, I am completely blocked. But I decided to, with the new campaign, I decided to reset it in a horror setting.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So I'm gonna have fun with that.
That should be pretty cool.
Like one of my players is literally a zombie,
Oh, that's really cool.
right? And he has
I
like
like
he
that.
has no memories of before he died. And I'm having his character introduction being him literally digging himself out of his grave.
That's really cool.
Right? I'm going to have him dig himself out of his grave, and he's going to come up and he's going to suddenly be a warlock, but he's not going to know he has any of his warlock powers. So they're just going to manifest when he's in danger.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And
Sounds
he's
like a
just
good
going to,
series.
right? He's just going to like these powers are just going to manifest when um when they're necessary. So like I'm gonna have it like he digs himself out and he finds this just immaculately carved blade with a mask that's like it's like a cherry blossom scene on it, hanging off of the hilt. And he takes it, he puts the mask on, and he runs, and then like he immediately hears a wolf howl that triggers, oh shit, I gotta go.
Yeah.
He runs and runs and runs and runs. And eventually, he kind of ducks off to the side of the trail to keep himself, to try and lose the scent of the wolf. But as soon as he sits down and takes a break, he blacks out. And he's taken to commune with he's taken and starts communing and has a immediate communion with his patron. Then the patron's like, oh, there's this shit going on. Things are strange and I want to keep an eye on it. I'm having you do that for me.
That's pretty cool.
And there's going to be a few things intertwined with that, and then he's going to wake up, hear the wolf again, start running, but this time the wolf is going to be almost upon him, like he's going to be able to see the wolf, and wolves are faster than people, so the wolf will catch up. And the wolf's either going to attack him and miss, and if he tries to swing with the blade, he's going to miss and hit it with an Eldritch Blast, which will immediately kill the wolf. Or if the wolf hits him, he's going to immediately hit it with a Hellish Rebuke.
Nice.
Which will then immediately kill the wolf. And then he's going to... And I have it set where he's going to fail a wisdom save and become afraid of what he just did and just bolt until he comes upon a creepy mansion. And he's going to enter seeking asylum, but then there's going to be other individuals are going to be tied in and brought. The rest of the party is going to be tied in and brought to that house, and then they're all going to have to kind of go through it.
Pretty cool. That's pretty awesome.
I'm also
Sounds like it should be
yeah. I'm also stoked
like
on the big bad I created for that campaign.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
So at its base core, it's Mr. Freeze.
Nice.
At least when it comes to like motivations. But getting into the details of it, what it is it's a lich whose wife became deathly ill. And the lich swore to do anything they possibly could to generate, prolong her life
Yeah.
as much as possible. And in order to ensure that they did that, they turned themselves into a lich. So they could have enough time to do all of the to do all the research they needed to get the actual knowledge. But in doing so, they created a stasis chamber for her wife, and she's using her own phylactery to power the stasis chamber. So she's having to feed her phylactery a lot more frequently than she normally would, because it's not just keeping herself alive, it's also keeping her wife alive. And the research she's doing is she's trying to figure out how to turn someone else into a lich, because it's normally a thing you have to do to yourself.
Yeah.
So she's trying to figure out how to turn someone else into a lich so she can turn her wife into a lich and they can spend eternity together. So it's not like she's not just, oh, I'm going to take over the world. She's like, I'm just trying to save the thing I love the most in this world.
Yeah.
At all costs. And she's kind of lost her way.
Nice. That should be cool. That's exciting. That's way more exciting than my life. Yeah, not much going on here.
Yeah, I've been on spring break all week, so I haven't done fucking anything.
That's
clean
awesome.
the house a little bit.
Nice. It's always good. Did you get any good gaming in though? You should have got some gaming in.
I've been playing New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
Nice. That's for the Switch, right?
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. We went over that monopoly that Nintendo has on their shit.
Yeah, biggest defender for exclusives is Nintendo.
Yes, nobody ever complains. I'm complaining. Hear that, Nintendo?
It's like my friend bought me Monster Hunter Rise, and I tried playing it with just Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Awful.
Oh, really?
Because my muscle memory for Monster Hunter is built up on
keyboard
on PlayStation 4.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
on a DualShock 4 controller.
Yeah.
So that's where all my muscle memory is. And all of the proportions for the Joy-Cons are just like 50% smaller.
Oh.
So all of my muscle memory is just completely thrown off.
And
my friend was like, so I was like, oh, I'm probably going to get a Pro Controller at some point.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, oh, the Pro Controller sucks. I don't like it. But like he explains all these reasons. So I'm like, does that mean you have a Pro Controller you have and don't want? And he goes, yes, actually, you can have it. So he just gave me his Pro Controller and like a third-party drop-in charger that also charges Joy-Cons for free.
There you go.
He's like, hey, this is shit I don't need. It's taking up space. You can just have it. So now I've got it. Like, it's literally just this little dongle plug-in. Plug that in, and then literally just drop it on the charger, and it boop.
Oh, nice. Simple. Effective.
Yeah, right? And then it's just USB powered, so it just plugs into the back of the Switch.
Nice. Even better. Yeah. I wonder when they're going to show more specs for that Switch Pro or whatever they're calling it. Yeah. I'm more curious on that than anything. I still don't know if I'd get one, but I don't know.
I'm interested to see what it looks like.
The question is, would you even be able to get one?
Right? Fuck. Man, I am fucking stressing out. My graphics card is starting to my monitor is starting to artifact.
Really bad.
Not my TV, but my main monitor is starting to artifact to a point where I'm like, I'm crashing a little bit more.
You've got the Honda money coming in.
I already got that.
Oh, well, see, there you go.
That's here, but I don't want to spend scalper prices on a graphics card if I don't absolutely have to.
See, you should have spent all of your spring break time off, like waiting for stock to come in and just sitting on it.
Just, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you see LTT? They did a giveaway for graphics cards um, with, I think it was AMD. They partnered up with AMD for that. And they basically had it where you had to have, I think it had to be linked to your Steam account,
Mm,
and you had to have an active Steam account for over 2 years, and it had to have activity. It couldn't just sit around. Um,
right.
and even then, there was still a guy who got a graphics card, and then was trying to sell it on Reddit for scalper price. They asked, "Oh my god, where'd you get this?" He's like, "LTT giveaway," and it was just like, "Are you fucking serious?"
I'm sure everybody fucking lambasted him for that.
Oh, they did. They were just trolling him like super hard after that. And he's like, I want to sell it so I can get parts for my other build. It's like, yeah, but you also said you're willing to trade it for a bike. So like,
Go fuck yourself.
yeah. So they're just gonna troll that guy into oblivion.
Yeah.
And it's like, even with the best intentions, man, apparently it
Right.
doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Some people still just, ugh,
Yeah. So
sucks.
I don't I don't remember if I told you, but like a while ago, Julianne and I were looking at getting a mileage card, like a miles credit card, an airline
I
miles
think I
card.
remember. Yeah, I think I remember you
Yeah,
mentioning that at
we were
one
we
point.
were we were looking into that, and like we were waffling between, do we get Alaskan Airlines or do we go with Delta?
Personal preference would be Alaskan, but
Generally, my personal preference is Alaska, but with Delta, we can fly direct from here to Atlanta nonstop.
oh, yeah.
No layover. Just get on a plane here, get off a plane in Atlanta, done. Which is way less stress on Juliana, and there are a lot of other benefits, and like we were looking into it, and the level of card we wanted, they offer a voucher for TSA pre-check, so you can get
Nice.
just one TSA pre-check done, and we'd only have to pay $85 for another one. So we're gonna do that, so we don't
Yeah.
have to go through security all the time, and all this, that, and the other thing. And like it's the American Express Platinum.
Oh, look at you.
So Juliana was like, well, shit, like, I'm just going to apply for this and we'll see how it goes. She applies for it, and she's expecting to wait a couple days. 15 minutes later, after she applies, she got approved for the card.
Nice.
Just
You're going to come back and say, like, they got you a carbon black card. It has no
right?
limit.
I fucking wish. I fucking wish. No, she got, like, basically instantly approved for an Amex Platinum.
Nice. That's cool.
So we've been working on that. And they have like a deal where if you spend $3,000 in the first 90 days, they'll give you like 90,000 points or 90,000 miles on the card plus a couple other things. So we're like, yeah. So we're just like kind of power spending on it. We were initially going to put her car on it, which was going to be like 15 or like $1,800.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like to repair her car, but then the shop didn't take Amex,
Oh,
and
of
we
course.
went fuck. Okay, we'll pay rent with it. Rent doesn't take Amex, so we're like, okay, let's get some goodies. So we went and we got. We'd been looking at getting new like hiking boots and something long term, like something that we can get resold, something that we can get rebuilt if we need it, that'll last us a long time.
Yeah.
So we were
Finally got
looking
your
at
black Red Wings there.
we were looking at Red Wings. We ultimately landed on Danner boots because they're more local.
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah, let's go. Like we picked out the boots we wanted online. We had an idea of how much we needed to spend, so we saved that. So we're like, okay, let's go to the Danner store and we'll pick out what we want. We go down there. We forget it's the factory store, that they have everything. They have factory seconds that are like crazy discounted.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we were looking at like $400 boots, like almost $400 boots. Juliana got hers for $250. I got mine for $125.
Buy more boots.
So and
So
that
you
was
guys
like,
need more
and
boots?
that was our thing. Is like, okay, so we have this amount of money that we're intending to spend today because we kind of
Yeah.
need to spend that money to get the rewards we want.
Yeah.
So we we got the boots, and then we got insoles, we got me a belt, and we got some darn tough socks.
Oh, yeah, I hear those are good socks.
Okay, so we'd been thinking about, getting some darn tough, but like they're expensive.
Yeah.
At $25 a pair, they're expensive.
Yeah.
They are the best fucking socks I've ever worn.
Nice.
Like, as soon as I put them on, my feet are warm. They're comfortable. They just fit. They're hardy, solid socks. Plus, they come with a lifetime fucking warranty.
Yeah. I mean,
So we each got ourselves a third pair of darn tough socks, because I guess online they have, if you buy directly from the Darn Tough website, you can get like a paired, so you can get like basically 2 pair of socks of his and hers, essentially. So we did that, and then we went, okay, well, we like these. We're just gonna fully stock ourselves with these because they're the best socks we've ever worn.
That's funny.
So we got another pair of Darn Tough socks each, and then some boot conditioner, some leather conditioner, because we got the boots that you can resole.
Yeah, yeah.
So when the sole wears out, we can just get a new one. But they're Vibram soles, so they'll take fucking forever. Especially because we're not using them for work boots, and we looked at why they were factory second. We're like, oh, it's a little scratched on the toe.
Yeah,
I think we'll make it. So yeah, we got new boots,
awesome.
and then we're like, well, shit. We spent half as much money to get more stuff. Is there anything else we need while we're down in Portland? So we hopped down to RAI in Clackamas, and we got some trekking poles so we can go backpacking a little more easily, a water filter system so we can go backpacking more easily, and I got some sunglasses because I needed some.
Nice.
I needed some sunglasses because I have the only sunglasses I've had up to this point are my ground score Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
But the guy who had them before me was a larger individual. So they went out like this. So they had no tension on my head, so they wouldn't stay on.
Oh, that's funny.
So I just went and I got and they weren't polarized either. So I went and I got myself some of that.
Dude, that's awesome. Sounds like with whatever you have left you need to spend, you should get a graphics card. So
I'm working on it.
The success of the podcast depends on it.
Yeah, right. I've got like $2,100 left from my car payout.
Nice.
And then removing my car from our insurance because I don't have it anymore got us another $100 back.
It's great.
They're like, "Oh yeah, no,
right
you're
there.
not insuring. This car's not on the policy anymore. Here's $94 back." And then
Nice.
they took $200 off of our premium, which is cheaper than. So yeah, everything.
That's awesome.
Coming up, Millhouse, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna get. I mean, I've fucking $2,000 to spend. I'm probably gonna get some more painting supplies.
It's like $20.
Right. Well, I want to
Spend
get
$100.
I want to get a good paint vortex mixer. So it's like a little old dome thing that's just got a soft push button top, and you just push the paint into the top and it mixes it really well. I need some of that because my wrist is tired. Like I've been jacking off since I was 12, but that only gets me so far,
Yeah. So the cartilage just starts to break down over time.
Breaks down like
So.
I'm sure I've been doing this since I was 12, but that only gets me so far. Plus, you got to shake it with it's just there's a doodad for it. Well, I mean, yeah, but then it feels weird and I can't hit the right rhythm,
Pain.
Like it feels different and it's a new sensation, but I can't hit the right rhythm and I just can't bring myself to it.
Yeah, can't mix paint well. Unfortunate.
I also want to get a nice little portable airbrush booth so I can airbrush inside.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Something
That'd be a
just
lot
because they
nicer than
have like little collapsible ones for like $130 with a like
nice.
vent hose, and I could very easily just set it up here, put the vent out the door.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's yeah, especially considering where we live, Pacific Northwest,
Right? Yeah.
just makes it easier.
Yeah.
Not having to make sure that the weather is just right.
Yeah. And I mean, like
Let's see.
I've seen several tests done that the weather doesn't affect at least like outdoor spray rattle can priming that
Yeah.
much as people say. Like I had my dude Miniac. He's like, I'm gonna go out into the like middle of winter Minnesota middle of Minnesota winter, and he puts on a whole show of bundling up mittens and everything, and he's like, yeah, no, this worked fine. This is not an issue at all.
Yeah. Did you see his latest video? He paid $2,200 for a
Yes, I
mini.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd get
It
it
was
though.
like
I totally
that
get
was
it.
a sick model for one.
I don't know. For one, it was awesome, and it was one of a kind.
And
And then
to
just
yeah.
just be able to remember those good times
Mhm.
that you had with friends.
To
Like,
have
yeah, I
that one of a
totally understand
kind
that.
custom made model like that.
Yeah, and it came out looking great too. Like everything about it was perfect and spot on.
Oh yeah. No, like you can tell he put like I'm going to put the most effort. Like he went top notch.
Yeah, and it's turned out really good. He needs to dust his display case, but
Yeah, right.
it came out good.
And
That's the one thing
it
I
was actually
noticed.
cool. Like when he opened that up, it was cool seeing a lot of some of the older stuff he's done that I remember seeing him paint.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for when he releases his video of this is what a mini looks like when I put the absolute most effort possible into it. He's been working on
I
that
mean,
one for like a year at least.
oh, so it's a work in progress.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
I
no,
was
he's not
thinking,
done. He's like, I feel like this isn't actually that interesting, and everyone was like, "No, we want to see it. What is the
yeah,
best you
like
can do?"
man, that is a task. I
I mean,
feel
that's
like
that's
if
gonna be like at least 200 hours of painting.
if not more.
Oh yeah,
I, I mean, like the things I've seen him do, like with that one. Oh, I can't think of that one video you sent me. They did for
with the
the
Renegade
the
Titan.
client with the Renegade Titan
Yeah,
and all that. It's
yeah.
like that thing looked amazing,
Oh yeah.
and the extra effort he put into it was
hmm
incredible.
Like
So
doing conversions like that, and then all sorts of goody. I haven't painted at all this week. I kind of hate myself for it, but I've been working on. So Juliana got this this game for her friend. It's called Unicorn Fever,
okay,
and it's like horse races for unicorns.
all right,
Like that's the theme of it. It's like you're betting on horse races but the horses are unicorns, and it came with unpainted models, and this is my favorite one that it came. I'm showing the folks at home.
oh my
real quick.
god,
Come on, there we go. This is my favorite one that I've painted, and then for you,
that is amazing.
right? Just a
I
little
like
bit
it.
of a little old doopy unicorn dude,
Yeah, with little wings
right?
strapped
Yeah.
on there.
So I need to finish
Good
those
stuff.
up, and then I can, with a good conscience, continue painting, or continue staring longingly at my gray primed Death Guard army.
And you haven't even started on that dice tower yet, have you?
Nope, I haven't touched it. It's not even primed.
Man, dude, that's gonna take you a while,
Gonna
too.
be a minute.
At least 1 minute.
At least.
That should be awesome, though. Should do that for like episode 100. Make that a reveal.
I got time.
Plenty. That's plenty of time. I don't even know
This
what
is
episode we're
episode
on.
29. So
Is it 29?
this is 29.
Nice.
Oh man.
Wow, that's crazy. I can't believe this lasted this long.
Right?
Uh, yeah, that is kind of crazy.
I had my first video taken down off of TikTok for a community guidelines violation.
What'd you do?
So somebody posted this video and he's like, "It's okay to gatekeep your hobby," and I was like, "Hold up." And he's like, "Yeah, gatekeep it from all the like hateful, bigotry, zealous assholes who don't accept people for the color of their skin, sexual orientation, or what have you." And I'm like, "Yeah." So I do edit it with a black screen and just put the caption over my side that just said, bigots are not welcome here. And they fucking took it down for hate speech.
Isn't that what he said, but with more words?
Well, and like that's exactly what he said. And like they took it down for hate speech, and I was like, excuse me, I'm specifically saying that people who are not accepting of other races, religions, sexual orientations are not welcome on my page, and I do not agree with their stance. And they just reinstated my video. Like, oh, okay, you're back. I'm like, well,
Wow.
fuck you too.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna say some of the things I think I've seen on like Reddit from TikTok.
And that's one of the biggest contention points on TikTok right now is there are people who are getting community guideline like their videos removed for community guideline violations when people who are actively spewing hate, racism, sexism, bigotry are just fine. Their videos are staying up ad nauseum. And there's no solid, reasonable explanation why. Like, there's one dude, like, the only thing on his account is, like, this is day X of me calling for the interim CEO of TikTok and anybody at TikTok at this point to just tell me, just release the information and why this is happening the way it's happening. Why people talking like there are people who talk about evolution and talk about how like here's these cool like interesting things that prove evolution, not for the sake of saying it proves evolution, but because it's a cool scientific fact.
Yeah,
that are having their accounts report bombed because these people disagree with it and they say, oh, it's damaging to our children.
how?
Exactly. It's damaging to our children because we won't be able to keep them in line, is what it is.
And see, that just comes back to the fact that means you're a shitty parent.
Exactly. And then there was the whole, I don't know if you've heard about the whole vegan teacher thing.
Oh God, no. Do I want to?
There's this lady that's on TikTok that her name is the vegan teacher, or I should say her name was the vegan teacher.
Okay.
And she goes on and she talks about how if you're not vegan, you are the scum of the earth. You're a terrible person and you're going to hell.
Hold on. Let me put more of these delicious beef sticks in my mouth.
Yep. Just get that meat in your mouth.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I've seen the science behind a plant-based diet nowadays. It's definitely better than it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
And it's more sustainable, blah, 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 blah. That's great. I'm not going to never turn away from meat. I like the taste of meat. Mm-hmm. My bad.
Yeah. Well, and it's so bad, it's to the point where, like there's one girl that I've come across a couple times, like, she's getting death threats and hate messages because she's Inuit and their primary diet is meat because you can't grow plants in the Arctic tundra. Plants don't grow up there. They just don't. But she's getting people telling her to off herself and sending death threats and all of this because she's not vegan and she's a terrible person because her culture does, thrives on meat and that's the traditional like. But anyway,
yes. This is big brain time.
Yeah, right. But ultimately, the vegan teacher has been, her account's been banned from TikTok because she's also super racist.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah, she's like super racist. Like there's the one commentator
CrossFit too.
There's the one commentary YouTuber I've sent you to, D'Angelo Wallace.
Oh yeah.
He made a video about her and she responded and she called him D'Angelo. And she tries to present herself as like this nice, sweet little old lady, but just the way she presents herself versus the things she says are so drastically different.
Yeah.
That it's just like how does anybody take you seriously? But yeah, she's been banned off of TikTok, and I guess she's created another account. Which, as soon as I found out she created another account, I reported it. So I'm like, this is spreading false, harmful information.
God, that's incredible.
Yeah, she's a piece of work.
Yeah, that's man.
I feel like
it sounds like it's just a good thing I'm not on something like TikTok because I would just complain constantly about shit on TikTok.
Oh, you'd be popular though. Is the thing. That's the thing, is you get huge. Because there's one dude, like, all he does is he just stitches with other people. But the things he says when he stitches is like, how the cinnamon toast fuck does this make sense to you? And just like goes on this whole rampage. And there was the most recent one I saw of him, and he's like, how old are you and what's something you don't know? And he's like, thank God someone asked me this. I'm 23 years old, and I don't know how checks work. I still can't get cardinal directions down. North, south, east, west. If you tell me, oh, yeah, no, come to the party, just head west on I-203, I'm just going to go home and be sad because I can't get to your party.
Wait, what? How do you... In this day and age, you don't even need to have any knowledge of cardinal directions with smartphones and shit.
I generally agree, but I still think it's useful knowledge to have.
Oh, I won't disagree. I won't disagree with that, especially if you're in a situation where you don't have a smartphone and all that stuff, or just the fact that
at least
generally people that go camping, would, or go out hiking or backpacking or anything like that, are going to rely more on a compass and cardinal directions than a phone.
Yeah.
But that's weird, especially because that information is readily available.
Yeah. And that's like, it's something I need for work, because if I get lost, the directions they're going to give me is go north on X street.
Yeah.
And then turn left or right. Like, on my first day driving my new route, I got lost because my directions were shit. The directions the guy left me were garbage because he had me trying to turn left on a street that you can't turn left on from the street he had me driving on.
Nice.
Because he had me turn like 30 blocks too soon.
Oh,
he had me turn right on 162nd instead of 137th. There's a bit of a gap.
A little bit.
So yeah, I ended up getting lost on my very first day driving that route and ended up being like 15 minutes late.
Oh, hey, what happened with drunk Zach at work?
Oh, so yeah, I guess that was like the whole situation was blown out of proportion.
Oh, okay.
Like even the things that people were saying he said, he didn't
just
like
weren't.
He did say some things, but he didn't, it wasn't to the extent of what people were making it out to be. Like,
Okay.
it was
Okay.
blown way more out of proportion than it actually was. It was a lot more of an issue than it actually, like, because I even ended up talking to one of my trainers, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Because now there are people who are forming opinions of me based on somebody else's act. Like, what am I supposed to do? Oh, I did go on a rant last week because that was the rant.
That was the ramp. Was
Yeah.
other
So
Zach.
yeah,
Evil Zach.
evil Zach, the other bald guy with the beard, I guess.
Yeah. That's
So
hilarious.
yeah, but that situation was right, and I ended up going in and talking to the department manager about the whole situation. And she's like, "I'm sorry this happened. Like, this is genuinely a huge misunderstanding. I absolutely hate that Facebook page because I have to deal with shit like this at least 5 times a year." She's like, "This, it's
Wow.
terrible. It's good you're not on it because it's just a bad place. It's not,
It's just a bad place.
because it's all just Facebook bullshit." But, like, okay, I think I've explained this to you, but the job I have now, I have never worked anywhere with as much high school level bullshit drama as where I work now.
Oh yeah.
Just the
Yeah.
way people present themselves and the way people interact with things and the way the rumor mill just flows at this place. It's like, just grow the fuck up. Half of you are twice my age. Get over yourselves.
I like to
I am
think,
one of the youngest bus drivers in the entire fleet. I shit
I
you
like
not.
I like to think that these are the people that peaked in high school or in school, and now they're trying to relive it by like going back to it.
Well, and that's the
Like
thing is
it's
you can absolutely tell the people who peaked in high school and the people who just got the fuck over themselves.
yeah.
And I generally make a point of associating with the people who just got the fuck over themselves because they're much more fun to talk to, because we all
Oh
sit
yeah.
there and point and laugh at the people who never grew the fuck up.
Exactly. Oh,
We
that's
just sit there, we just were like, really the people are upset about that? It's that big of a deal? Okay. I guess.
yeah. That's funny. Oh man, I totally get that though. I feel like every workplace has that level of
Well,
shit
and
at
like
some point.
every workplace has drama, but this is a whole other beast, cuz to have 300 people in control of large moving vehicles all at once, and being in charge of students, and being, you know,
Yeah.
I have infinite respect for dispatchers.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
have I could never do the work that they do.
I mean,
I would not be able to handle it.
I told you my mom used to be a dispatcher,
Oh yeah?
didn't I? Yeah, she for a petroleum company, a
Okay.
couple of them actually. So like for her, it wasn't buses and kids, but it was giant fuel tankers
Yeah.
that needed to get to places. And yeah, so I think actually that's probably where my love of semis came from too, because I'd be out in the yard around giant semis.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense, man. Revelations on today's podcast.
Kevin has an
But
epiphany.
no, yeah. Uh, but no, like I mean, hell, we used to spend holidays there because she'd be working. So like Thanksgiving, we'd come in with we'd cook like the turkey there and all the stuff, and drivers and dispatchers could all get food and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't stop.
Oh yeah.
I mean, at least with the school stuff, it stops at a certain point.
Well,
But
and that's even the thing is, like, I've been on spring break this week. The dispatchers haven't.
oh really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! What are they doing this week?
I have no fucking clue. The dispatchers haven't been on break. The trainers haven't been on break. Like,
Huh.
only the drivers got this week off. But I think there's only, let's see, there's Simone Sabrina. like 6 dispatchers for 300 drivers between special ed and regular ed, and the amount of time. There are set procedures for everything, and the amount of times. Because I'm on small bus, there's an expectation that you make a courtesy call if somebody doesn't show up sometimes, or, if parents are supposed to get somebody off of a bus and they're not there, you call them and see if they can actually come out. Mm-hmm. But on the on the big buses, it's just fucking Wild West out there, man. Parents don't show up for a kindergartner, you take them back around, and if they're not there the second time, you take them back to school.
Oh, shit.
That's it. That's the procedure. But the amount of times a driver has just gone to a stop that's supposed to have a kindergartner drop off the first time and then calls dispatch to do a courtesy call to see if the parents will, and the dispatcher's like, just go around again, and if they're not there again, take them back to school. I don't even call on the radio because, I've got one kindergartner who's regularly not picked up.
Nice.
So I just wrap, do the route again and drop them off at school. I don't even call in dispatch. I don't even tell them what I'm doing. I go through the process. Sometimes it's good to have them, let them know. At least now I know the student's name. The first time I didn't. But at least now I know the student's name, so I can at least have dispatch call the school and let them know I'm on my way.
Yeah. See, what parent doesn't pick up their fucking kid?
Right, and that's the crazy part, is the parents have the ability to literally just tell us that the student can just get off the bus by themselves.
Oh, really?
The parents can just be like, oh yeah, no, she can just get off. It's that they literally just have to put it in writing and give it to us. It's that simple and direct.
See, I know I can't do that job. I know I can't, because there'd be a situation where I'd just be like, you're a fucking terrible parent. And then it's like, oh, well, shit, I just said that out loud, didn't I? I said the quiet part out loud.
Did I tell you about Santa Girl?
No.
Oh, man. So my first day driving my new route, I'm going, and I'll kindergartners are required to sit in front of the midpoint emergency exit. So there's walking back to the bus. There's the emergency exit halfway down the bus, and then there's the emergency exit at the back in the aisle. Kindergartners have to sit in front of the forward emergency exit, and they have to have assigned seats so we know where they're at all times and all this good shit.
Yeah.
So I can always hear what the kindergartners are saying, because they're also incapable of not shouting all the time, because they're 5.
Yeah.
So on my very first day driving this big bus, full-size school bus, I'm going, and again, I was late for my high school in the morning, all sorts of whatever, and then I go, and this is during my elementary school take home.
Yeah.
And these 2 kindergartners get off at the same stop. They get off together. And and my elementary route is 3 stops. Just bam, bam, bam.
Nice.
And
Quick and easy.
Right? Just real quick, real easy. In a perfect world, the whole route takes 20 minutes.
Nice.
And so around about the second stop, once there were only kids for the last stop left, which is 5 kids on that day, I start hearing one little girl going on about how, she's so excited for the Easter Bunny and this, that, and the other thing. And I hear this little boy go, the Easter Bunny's not real. And I'm like, oh no. And she's like, yeah, he is. He's real, just like Santa. And the little boy goes, Santa's not real either.
Oh, God.
And this little girl starts to just, like, she doesn't start crying, but she starts just panicking. Like the immediate, like the first stage of just immediate denial. Just no, Santa's real. He flies around in his sled. This, that, the other thing, and then I finally get, and like I hear that start breaking down, and I'm like, oh no, oh no, 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 no. I cannot deal with this. I get to their stop. Her parent is there, his parent is there, and she starts getting off the bus, and like she's come, Santa's real, right? Santa's like just like looking for any, just any any amount of comfort and reassurance. Santa's real. He says Santa's not real, and I'm just like, I don't know what he's talking about. Like I'm just trying to play it off, and then Dad's standing at the base of the steps. She's going, Santa's real, right? And I could just see the look in his face go, fuck. Just, God damn it. And luckily she has an older sister, so he's obviously been through this before, but still. Yeah, and like as she's going that, and as she's trying to find comfort in her dad, I hear the little boy go, if you think Santa flies around, goes around in a flying sled in one night, you're crazy.
That's amazing.
This little 5-year-old boy is just like, if you think Santa flies around in a sled in one night, you're crazy.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, well, hopefully in 3 days when we come back, it's not an issue, and it was. So
that's good. That's good. Oh my God.
That was wild. I
couldn't deal with that.
My favorite students to drive are high school students.
Is it because they just don't do anything?
They fucking sit there, stare at their phone. They'll like talk quietly with each other, and that's it.
Amazing.
Right?
Amazing.
They don't freak out if I miss their stop. They'll just be like, hey, you missed my stop. And I go, oh, shit, sorry. Pull over. Stop. It makes my life very interesting. Are you watching something?
Maybe. I'm multitasking, all right?
Uh-huh.
I'm doing several things at once.
Mm-hmm.
There's important things happening on this monitor.
Is there?
That I have to witness.
What might those things be?
I am not at liberty to say. Oh, GME's down right now.
Oh. Okay.
No, I'm watching some League of Legends shit.
Of course. So
it's playoffs. I have to.
Mm-hmm.
I have to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I shouldn't care because it's EU, but, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Work for me is okay right now. Not much going on. Working with lasers again, so.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, yeah. I'll poke you a little bit about that after the show.
Oh?
Yeah.
About lasers or something else?
About the specific project you're working on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Entertaining. Okay.
Just details that are amusing.
Oh, I'm curious now. I feel like we need to wrap this episode now.
I'm honestly totally willing to call it short this week because I'm kind of tapped.
It was just I would like to say to the audience that we lead exciting lives, or things happen to us constantly. But unfortunately, we're normal people, and
the most straight up the most exciting thing that's happened to me within the last week is I bought boots, and then I got sushi yesterday.
There you go. Where did you get it from?
Oishi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Over by the mall.
Yep.
It's good shit.
I miss sushi. I haven't had good sushi in a long time.
It's like you're good. It's a solid like mid-tier sushi
Yeah.
place.
I probably would, but Shasta hates fish.
I hate fish, but I love sushi.
I don't. I mean, I guess. Well, there's the California roll she could eat. That's just all vegetables.
Hmm.
That is true. I've never petitioned that. I guess I could make that a thing. Huh.
Because there's a place downtown that I can't remember the name of Sushi Mo. That's your like high end, top tier, like super high quality
Go to Moe's for sushi.
sushi Mo. But if you want the best damn sushi in the area, there's a place called Zenbu down in Selwood.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep.
That
I've
is
heard
that
things.
is the best damn sushi in Portland, bar none.
Yeah, this is why. You
Because
know what we should do?
because that's the thing is like if sushi tastes like fish, it's bad sushi.
Yeah. All right. I've just figured it out. I think here's what we should do. We should do a couple's vacation together,
Okay,
and we should go to Japan.
I'm on board.
I mean, I have wanted to for a while.
I've always wanted to go to Japan
All right.
because like my dad went to Japan when I was like 10 for work because he worked for a Japanese company.
Yeah.
So
Was
he
it Nintendo?
no, it wasn't Nintendo.
Is your dad the Nintendo guy
No.
that everybody?
I mean, he did work in the superconductor or the semiconductor field, but it wasn't Nintendo.
No. Was it PlayStation?
No.
Is your dad that guy?
No.
Okay. Was it Xbox? Is
No.
your dad that guy?
Xbox is in Seattle, nerd.
I know.
But no,
He said semiconductors. We're not making semiconductors in Seattle.
fair. But he was in the supply chain for semiconductors. That's where he worked. So like the company that used to be in Sigma HQ, there was a company that was in Sigma HQ. You familiar with SEH?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They were like sister companies. There's SEH, and then there was HSA, and
Yes,
HSA
that's
was
right.
in the same building that HQ is in now. My dad used to work
That's right.
at HSA.
Yeah, because they were making the silicon.
They were making HSA made the crucibles that SEH made the silicon in.
That's right. That's right. Okay, that's right. Because we still have a crucible there.
Yep.
So
Yep. My dad was a maintenance guy for the machinery that made the crucibles.
that's right. That's right. That's great. That's a small world shit
Right.
there.
And it was so when I was going for my interview there, it was so just surreal to be in that building again when I hadn't been there since I was like 10. Or like the latest I had been there when I was like 12 or 13. So to go in there over 10 years later, 15 years later almost was just like whoa. And to see how much it had changed, especially to see all of the old pictures of the teardown.
Oh yeah.
That was a trip for me. So that was cool.
Yeah. Pretty awesome. Man, see that is the excitement that we have in our lives.
I remember. So when dad worked there, he got this idea. So for a couple years, instead of a Christmas tree, we built a crucible snowman. So we had 3 different sized crucibles that we turned up and just stacked on top of each other, and we just like taped black circles
That's
and
funny.
a carrot, a little.
That's pretty
put
funny.
some sticks. It was cute.
That's pretty funny. I like that.
Yeah, we did that instead of a Christmas tree.
That's pretty awesome. But yeah, no, future plans. Possibly
Yeah,
a
no.
couple's trip.
I definitely like
That'd be
the
cool.
idea of that.
That'd be awesome. I'd be down for that.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Ah,
So Julianne and I still need to go on our honeymoon. We've been married for almost 2 years.
I feel like you should do that with just you guys.
Well,
though.
yeah.
Like,
No,
that's-
for sure.
Yeah.
We're not set on what we want to do or where we want to go, but we have thoughts.
That's good. I'm glad you have thoughts.
My
means
my top vote is to do like a midnight sun cruise in Scandinavia over the summer.
All right.
So like
That sounds like it'd be pretty cool.
go in like the North Sea around Norway and Sweden and all that in the middle of summer, so that at the point of the year where the sun doesn't set.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because
that'd be cool.
seeing then that's why it's called the Midnight Sun Cruise, because you can see the
Yeah.
sun at midnight. That's something I've always wanted to do.
Shit, if she's not down, I'll go with you because that sounds awesome. So, right.
Okay.
It's been like an hour.
It's bit yeah no like we're an hour and 30 seconds.
It's that like,
Nailed it.
nailed it.
I was about to say, I was
Solid
like,
podcast.
well, we've put out a solid hour of content.
Stuff. We did an hour of stuff. Zach did all the talking. I just agreed. And
Yep. Oh,
ate
I remember you said that there was a point where you realized like you were a lot louder than I was.
Oh yeah.
It's because for like most of the show I was all the way back here.
Oh,
but I wasn't,
that's good.
I wasn't on the mic.
That's good.
So I've been making a point to be a little bit closer to the mic,
Mine just,
so it's not picking.
Mine just stays.
Yeah.
Where it's at usually.
Mine usually lives up here. And then I bring it down because I don't want to turn the gain all the way up, because that's just gonna ear rape.
Oh yeah, no, don't do that. Yeah, I actually like how, even though it's confusing for some people, but like I like how clean my setup is with like pretty much everything out of frame that doesn't need to be in frame.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. It makes me feel good about it, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Because it's like, I feel like you see a lot of people that stream, right? And they've just got like this shit. It's like, half of the camera
Right.
is essentially
the
blocked
microphone.
by some sort of shit. And it's like, dude, just move it. Just literally 3 inches this way
Right.
and you're solid.
Right.
But I don't know. That's just personal preference for me, I guess.
I mean, I don't mind having the microphone in frame
Well,
too
see,
much.
with yours though, it looks more professional. Like I'm talking about the dudes that literally have their mic, like it's up by the camera.
Yeah.
and it's just like, why is it there?
And like, yeah, I like the way like Schlatt does it, where he has his like here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. See, if it's supposed to be in that spot, like in front of you, in a normal position.
Yeah, and
that's
that's
like when your camera is focused more on your Shure microphone.
Yeah.
Or your AT
fucking
whatever.
SM7B, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Which even then, SM7Bs are supposed to be right in front of your face.
Yeah.
Because that's just how they work.
Yeah.
So.
And that's even how this is.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel maybe I should move my mic somewhere else.
We'll figure it out.
Now I'm trying to figure that out. All right. Don't do this live. Shouldn't do this live.
Always do it live. Anyway,
that's a great word. Bill O'Reilly. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Anyway, that's been whatever the fuck this is this week.
A random assortment of words.
Yep, that's about the best summation of our podcast.
The title.
Oh, the D&D podcast that this channel is named after. We're actually starting to start ramping up on that soon, because the end is near. I've gotten my second COVID juice.
Nice.
And everybody else is going to be able to get theirs soon, and go for it.
Figure that out.
Like, yeah, no, it's the second one didn't kick my ass entirely, but it made me like sore and achy, like I had like a cold sort of thing. Like I could definitely tell my immune system was doing something.
Yeah. Which one did you get? Did you get the Pfizer?
I got Pfizer. And that's actually something I've heard and seen pretty consistently, is you can tell if you never got tested, but if the first shot kicks your ass, you have had the COVID virus in your system at some point.
Oh, neat.
And because normally it goes, the first one, you're fine, you're a little sore, but it's your body learning what the virus looks like.
Yeah.
So your body's not attacking it. And then the second one is your body actually attacking it.
Oh,
That's why the second time you feel like shit. But if it's the first time, your body already knows what it looks like. So your body goes, hey, that's that shit again. Fucking get it. And then the second one, you're fine.
Man, see, that makes me wonder, if eventually when I get it, is it going to be like one of those like, oh God, I feel like shit after the first one. It's like, hey, you magically had this and we don't know when.
Well, and that's entirely possible. Luckily, all I had was a sore arm, and then I actually felt like shit on the second one. I was just tired. I was achy. I didn't have a fever, thankfully, but I felt like bleh.
Yeah.
So.
What's protocol for that at your workplace? You get it and then just go to work like normal?
The way to, I mean, they're not. I made sure to get mine over a weekend, so that I fully expected the shot to kick my ass. So I'm like, I'm gonna get it on a Friday, so that if I feel like shit the next day, it's a Saturday and I'm not going to work anyway.
Yeah. Okay. I should do that. Plans. All right.
But there were other people who were like, I got fucking sick time to burn, because we just build sick time ad nauseum. Like our paid personal days are use it or lose it, but our sick time just builds throughout our tenure.
Jesus.
So there are people who've been working there for 30 years that have thousands of hours of sick time because they never call in sick.
What do you do at that point? You just like, hey, I'm going to be sick for 3 weeks?
Basically, well, at that point, if you're going to be sick for more than 3 days, if you're going to call in for more than 3 days, you have to have a doctor's note. So it's basically just a free long weekend.
It's crazy. Bus drivers, man. Bus drivers.
Yeah. There are definitely some Friday, Monday folks.
Huh.
But yeah. Anyway, this has been whatever it is, and yeah, keep an eye on the horizon for an actual D&D live play podcast.
Should be awesome.
That's exciting. Stoked for it because it's entirely homebrew and my DM is amazing. So,
is it you?
It's not me.
Oh,
I'm not the DM for that one. My friend has created his own entire world for us to play in, and we're gonna fuck it.
Nice.
So we're gonna fuck it up because I am a sorcerer in a magic light world, and all of the magic is condensed into my body.
Oh, that's exciting.
So if I
look forward to that.
If I do damage with magic, it's all of the damage with magic. Anyway, anyway, we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Catch you guys in the next one.